Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So today's reading is a little bit later than usual. I have let you know on Instagram if you're following me there. This weekend was for socializing, get-togethers and all of that stuff. And I just felt like the break was needed. So we're doing your 7 to 10 day prediction. I'm still not open for privates just yet. There is a lot to do for me prior. I'm gonna get back to everyone's emails later on once I reopen, and I'm gonna let you know what slot I have for you guys, and we'll go from there. So don't worry if I didn't respond to you, because honestly nothing is certain just yet. I do not have the shop open, and once I do have it open, I'm gonna send you private links to every single email that I have received before I reopen for the public. Okay, so don't worry, I got you. So as usual, we are picking from 4 piles. I want you to use your intuition, and we're starting with pile number 1 on this side, pile number 2 on this side, 3 and 4 here. So take your pick. Stop the video right here if you need some more time. By the way, guys, overall I was drawing the cards for you, a couple of them prior to tarot cards, and I'd say the collective message for this week is take notes and write. I don't know why, but I think in 3 piles, if I'm correct, I have seen a glimpse of cards coming up that have to do with writing, with books, with research. So I'd say this week is for deepening your knowledge as well as taking notes, okay, as a collective. I'm gonna see you in timestamps. Hello tribe, whoever has chosen pile number 1. I don't know if you have skipped the intro or not. I'm just gonna repeat myself. What I've noticed for the collective, I've noticed that this week might be more so to do with research, taking notes, deepening your knowledge, and a lot of books. Okay, that was a bit of a collective that I got for you all, guys. So if you're gonna be drawn to writing or taking notes, maybe doing a bit of analysis for yourself or learning something, that would be a great week for that. Okay, let me adjust the camera a bit. Let's see. Right, so we're gonna start with these cards. I'm gonna show you all apart from this one. This is gonna be a message for you. We have the Justice card for you guys. We have the Leadership and Author, you see. And we did have, I think, 2 more piles where we did have this connection with books and taking notes down. Now we're gonna be pulling tarot, and we'll see what comes through. I want to use the Triple Goddess tarot for you guys. Okay, let's see pile number 1. I hope everything is fine with you guys. I hope you're doing well. Okay, pile number 1. What can you expect the next 7 to 10 days from now? We have the Lovers popping out. I feel like I want to take you closer. 1 second. There you go. That's better. All right. Pile number 1. What can you expect the next 7 to 10 days from now? We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have, wow, the Hierophant. You for sure, pile number 1, you're standing in your power, and as I said that, the 7 of Wands came out. You feel very protective, but in a good way. Not that you are, trying to protect yourself because something or someone is threatening you in any way. There is a situation where you need to kind of protect your energy, but it's more so like this is what kind of vibe you're gonna be in. You will be drawn to being a leader, and now look what's popping out. Again, books, noting things down. Guys, if you're writers or if you have vlogs or blogs or whatever that would be with communication, with words, this is a great week for that, it's saying. It's a really, really good week for those who are some kind of leaders or coaches or teachers even. This week you will notice how you have so much more confidence than you probably had before. There's something about this super strength here. But also knowing where it is you are going is where you need to be. So pile number ones, I'd say look into, if you are not the teacher, look into teachers or look into people who can give you some kind of knowledge or advice, because it seems like you are starting something that is quite important for you. Whatever that would be a journey towards, more self-confidence. Would it be a journey towards some kind of a project or goal that you're seeking to accomplish? This is a perfect week for that, I must say. Now, in this journey of yours, you might notice quite a lot of animals coming your way. So whatever animal, specifically birds, as we can see here in a couple of cards, plus I'm paying attention to this feather over here, I'd say pay attention to that and what it means. Every time you're gonna do something that is or think about something that is quite important on your journey, you might start seeing birds, or something that you've done and you're like, damn, okay, that was a good thing, and you're proud of yourself. You might see a feather somewhere, almost like, those breadcrumbs, as I like to call it, from universe or God, whatever you believe in, saying, hey, job well done. You will be drawn to giving to other people this week because you're going to have your well full. So there is a lot of energy coming through here. You're very hyped up. You have a lot to give to others, because I think you spent some time to replenish yourself, pile number one. If you haven't just yet, you will be doing that before you will start giving out. But this is a good giving. This is not that, where you're giving too much of yourself. This is a healthy one. I'm looking at scales and the justice. You have that energy and you have that power within you. Therefore, you will be willing to share it with those who may need that. This is gonna be for probably one or two of you. You're finding a teacher for your child, some kind of mentor that your child will vibe with very much. If you've been drawn to maybe changing teachers, if you feel like your child can have a better one, it's saying maybe that's something to look into. Because it seems like I keep hearing a teacher is waiting for a student, right? And you're gonna intuitively feel if the teacher for your child or for yourself is the one that you wanna go with. It seems like there's a lot happening in terms of this power of yours. If you have anything to do with authorities, institutions, the next 7 to 10 days from now, this is a good time to take care of, I'm hearing business, to take care of any legalities, to take care of any documents that have to be signed. It seems like contracts will be signed, or maybe some kind of, I don't know, I keep seeing formalities. I don't want to mention all of them here. I bet you know what I'm talking about already. There will be a time for you 7 to 10 days from now where you will have spent some time outside, and I'm seeing almost like a vision of you spending some time outside or somewhere else, right? And then you're coming back with full power. So if you're going to be drawn to traveling, or if you're going to be drawn to taking a walk, just, even a 15-minute walk, this simple activity can change your energy around. So if you feel like you need to power up, if you need your batteries to be charged, it would be good visiting some kind of a maybe building that has quite a lot of heritage to it, or an old building I'm seeing. For some of you, you might be drawn to church. I don't know why, but that's coming through. For others, a building that stood there for a long time. For others, it's gonna be somewhere in nature. And you're coming back very replenished here. You're coming back replenished. You have a lot of ideas, a lot of thoughts. So use this time for yourself, because it's gonna be, I almost wanna say, like a great new beginning to a different version of yourself, which sounds very interesting, right? Okay, let's take a look at a couple of other things here. I wanna see what's up with your career, with your work, with foundation, stability, pile 1. Some of you are looking for a job. Some of you are looking for a job, or even if you are you do have a job, you're looking how to improve it. Keep looking, pile number 1. Those who know that there is something better for you to uncover, even if you're happy in the place you are now or business that you have now. If you may have those intuitive hints where there's something that you might want to improve and you don't know what it is. This is saying keep looking, because you'll come up with some kind of idea, or you will notice something which will lead you to more emotional satisfaction. Yeah, see how many choices this guy has over here? He's like, let me think. Which do I want to focus on? So those who think that there are no opportunities for you at all, I'd say you might start noticing that there are options for you out there. If some of you have lost maybe motivation even, or if you've lost faith, you're going to be shown that there are things for you out there if you get up and look. It's all about you. It's about you taking action, pile number 1. Now, there's going to be some kind of, I think it reminds me of a family member or a friend or someone maybe around you. It's saying you don't have to prove anything to anyone, pile number 1. So if you feel like the opinion of yours, how you see a vision for yourself or for your career in the future or your finances, if it doesn't match someone around you, or someone around you is being a little bit stubborn the way they advise you, or my way or highway, it's saying stand your ground, because you know where you need to be, you know where you're going, you know what's your dream and what it is that you want to achieve. Keep looking. I keep hearing keep taking notes and keep looking. Let's take a look at your relationships, pile 1. Okay, there's one card that flipped. Let me put it back. Okay, your relationships 7 to 10 days from now. It seems like for pile number 1, it's all gonna be about your security and investments. See, 4 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. When it comes to your relationships, it seems like you may be focused more so on your coin, on your career, on your leadership skills, rather than the relationship itself. Because you want to invest in yourself the next 7 to 10 days from now. And that is the best investment that you can truly think of. So if you'll be drawn to investing in your career or in your knowledge, meaning, booking a course or seeking for answers, or being a bit more assertive, how can you do it? This is saying, so invest in yourself. And then from then on, I think you might be drawn to one card on the floor. Okay, that's the one that was flipped before. Wait, this is the 8 of Wands. And then it seems like you might hear some kind of news or message from a different location. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's coming from somewhere else. And now specifically in some cases, this is a connection that it seems like you may work in the same job on the same field, something very similar, but whoever this person is, they don't live where you live, around the area where you live. So That would be someone who maybe is on some kind of a trip with their work, and then communication is happening. Because whoever this person is, I think they travel with work, or they don't live in a place where they are from because of a job. I hope it's making sense here. So that's what kind of connection I'm seeing here when it comes to relationships. But let me see if there is anything else. Yeah, when it comes to romance itself, I'm not feeling that you're gonna be focused on that. I'm feeling you're gonna be focused on business connections as well as making friendships. So if you'll be drawn to maybe going out or having some kind of get together, or even, you know, having dinner with your friends, that would be something that would kind of recharge you. So that's something that I would suggest. Because of the Eight of Swords, you might be a bit too stuck on finding ways how to improve your career or your business. Every time you feel a bit too stuck, you know, in your own headspace, that is your already indication, your own self saying you're overly invested. Let's refocus. Let's focus on something else. Take a little break, maybe see some people, and then come back to it with a fresh mind. And that's something that you're gonna be doing, I think, because look, in the Eight of Cups here, this is someone who, look how many calculations we've got here, right? Remember not to overthink. It's good to plan things ahead, but once you get stuck in the rut, that's when you know you have to withdraw and do something a bit different and come back fresh. Make sense? So let's take a look at your card here as a message. We have the Ten of Spring. In the regular tarot, it's Ten of Wands. It says, you are working far too hard. You see? Withdraw. And the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. Exactly, right? So this is a very important message for a week. You're very career focused. Keep on going. Pile number one, really proud of you, whoever you are. I don't even know. It's funny because I don't know you, but I feel you, right? So that's something wonderful about these readings. Keep on going. Keep, you know, hold your vision. Something that you have in mind, it almost seems like you already know it's going to happen to you. And this is that deep intuitive knowing without seeing the outcome. And it's correct, this is saying. It's very correct. So let's pull one more message for you. I feel like that's needed. For pile number one from the Animal Tarot. Sorry about the messy looking cards. I don't know. I was about to rearrange them, but I was like, ending the reading. So, okay, nice. Look, King of Autumn, which is King of Pens in the regular deck. It says everything is going to turn out great. See? What did I say? Projects will be starting a successful, exciting new career. Opportunities are possible, and money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. Bang. So that is the message for a week. Keep on holding the vision. The abundance is coming. So many fruits and veggies on your table. And good, pile number one. Really, really good reading today. So I hope this was helpful. And I'm gonna get you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello tribe, pile 2. Welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if you have heard or if you've skipped the intro, but what I was saying in the intro, what's interesting throughout this 7 to 10 days from now is that in the collective message what I got, it's all about taking notes, writing, research, deepening your knowledge. So you might be drawn, you know, learning from other people, or kind of tracking the events of your own life, or maybe vlogging, blogging, anything that would be to do with sharing your words or writing down. It seems like words written will be very powerful the next 7 to 10 days from now, so take advantage of it. Okay, let me have a sip of coffee and let's go. Right, this message will be for later on. We have the Ace of Wands, which is really nice. There is a message, look up the spiritual meaning of octopus, and there is a message for you there. Now, you don't have to read the whole article about, you know, what it means in relationships and career. Whatever it is on your mind right now, would it be maybe your spiritual path, your relationships, or job, choose one and truly read what the octopus has to say as a spiritual meaning in that department, okay? So let's look at other things. We have family as well as sensitivity. We're going to be looking at that together with your tarot. Let me see which deck I want to use for you. The texture tarot is looking at me. Let's take that one. It's so difficult to pick the cards up sometimes once they get kind of glued to a smooth surface. Am I the only one? Okay. Let's see what is up. I'm not feeling these just yet. Let me adjust the camera for you a little bit. Yeah, look what I'm looking at here. I don't know if anyone noticed that. This plant somehow reminded me of that octopus, right? There's something about the octopus here that is quite important for you guys. Maybe someone has that tattoo. I'm not sure. And something about being wrapped up in a situation. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. We're gonna see from tarot, but it seems like you're gonna be quite invested in some kind of idea or some kind of fresh start. I'm hearing discovery for pile number 2. You might discover some things. We have the 3 of Pentacles coming through first. We have the 5 of Wands. This is quite a powerful group, I'd say. You do have this strength and this power in your hands, and your hands would be great used this week when making something or healing people or whatever it is that is suitable for your creation. I don't know why this is coming through that way. Guys, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that, but someone is blowing the leaves outside, and it might get a bit loud. Now this guy stopped, but I mean, I had to wait for an hour until he stopped in order to start this reading. So if it's going to come up, I'm just going to keep on going because I don't know when he's going to stop, finish his day's work. Then we have, see, there is something about, this is such a synchronistic reading. We looked at the octopus, the way that this plant is correlating to it. Now look at the claws in a couple of cards here. You might notice quite a lot of synchronicities the next week. We're going to look at what it has to say here, but it seems like you might be, whatever it is that you might be worrying about the next week, or you have been worrying about, it's saying you're going to be shown why you worry about it subconsciously in your dream. So I'd say note things down, why you felt the way that you felt about what was happening in that dream, and kind of try to analyze it. What is this person representation, you know, in my dream? What do they represent? What does that object represent, right? I'd say dig into your dreams, because it seems like there is going to be some kind of magic that you will be able to claim, I want to say, through realizing why you're feeling like you are or depressed or anxious sometimes. So something good is coming out of this. It seems like there's some kind of discovery happening here that is going to pull everything together and make a lot of sense. Now, one more thing, what I'm seeing here, I'm almost like this reading is like bang, 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 you know, finding similarities without really looking for them. For me, that's how it seems. Like, look at these little dots like orbs here, right? Now, I've noticed that in the 9 of Swords card too, and then also in the sensitivity card, right? Whoever's working with crystals here. I'd say this week for you guys will make a lot of sense about what has happened already and what is about to happen. This is a week of truly realizing why you've been placed in certain situations and why you are where you are. And I think there's a lot of assertiveness coming through here. your third eye will be quite open, so things might be feeling a little bit more intense than it did before. Therefore, it can generate dreams more vivid than maybe the past week, right? Look, what did I talk about? Realization is coming out. So this week is very important, and it seems like a dream to me here too, right? Look, there is some kind of a ship that seems like a cosmic ship. You know, this card seems like a dream. There is the rising phoenix, a hint of it, right? There is cosmos everywhere. I'd say, damn, pile number 2, this is a time. Maybe some of you wanna look into past life regression. Funny fact, I was about to do it last night, but I fell asleep. Super protective, right? I'm gonna try doing it again, because now I moved back home, so I'm not used to, you know, having people around all day. So I really need to find a time when I do not hear any sounds, you know, or no one is around in order to do those things. And I feel it's best when everyone is asleep. But at that point, I was falling asleep too. If I'll do it, if anyone is interested, I was thinking maybe sharing a story. And it's funny because I've been looking into this for, I'd say, the past month. And yesterday, one of my, I'd call her online friends, the mother of tarot, she has a channel called that, Megan. She posted literally a video on past life regression, and I was like, here we go. So this reading seems a bit synchronistic like that to me, you know, what you're looking into the next 7 to 10 days from now, what kind of idea you have, and you're gonna be able to kind of put dots together. And very, you know, universe will be, God, whatever you believe in, will be leading you very smoothly, will be showing you the way, you know, almost like those breadcrumbs, as I like to say, universal breadcrumbs will be showing the way. So just follow it. This is saying, you know, you're in a good place. It seems like maybe for some of you, if you are interested in past life regression, you'll be able to understand why you are like you are, why there are a couple of fears coming through in this lifetime, right? And why you do have one talent or a power that is quite, I'd say it's much stronger than other people's. So a lot of realizations are happening here. It seems like you might be drawn to spending a bit more time with family or your close friends. For some others of you, these are going to be your colleagues. Taking the 3 of Pentacles here, it seems like if you're going to be drawn to working with someone, I'd say that would be a good week. Your sensitivity is heightened for sure the next 7 to 10 days from now. But it does seem like, you know, sometimes people are just sensitive and it's not the best for them. Therefore, they need to ground themselves or protect their energy field, however they want to do it, right? I find that over time, the more you do this work, the more naturally, organically, you know how to switch off and on. But it doesn't happen for everyone. Everyone has their own ways of doing so. And now I've lost my train of thought, so let's get back. Let's get back to basics. Maybe for some of you, you truly need to get back to basics. There is something here about maybe being overly sensitive and being overly invested in something where you need to kind of take a step back and say, hey, let's come back to basics. For me, coming back to basics is zeroing yourself, is grounding yourself in order to really see what is happening around you so that you can look at your life from this 360 angle, as I like to call it. Yeah, it seems like for you guys, this sensitivity is going to be a good sensitivity because somehow by seeing things a bit more clearly in your dreams or remembering scenarios from the past, you're gonna somehow put a story together and there's gonna be a light bulb moment where you're like, I know exactly why I am like I am. I know exactly why this has happened. You know, it's quite a powerful time, pile number two. Yeah, Six of Swords, swimming towards those calmer waters, right? Again, how I look at this hot air balloon is you looking at everything from above, you know? And when you look at this part here, it seems like this part of a texture of fabric is somehow damaged, and it seems like you know why this has happened. So some kind of damage or trauma that you may have, or some kind of fear that you brought in this life, it seems like it's going to be shown to you why you have that, and you're going to be like, ah, okay, now it makes sense. Now you're going to get some kind of clarity which will allow you to put that fear or that some kind of maybe anxiety to rest. I hope I'm making sense here. I'm trying to be not overly specific, you know, so that it makes sense to everyone. Okay, let's take a look at more. I feel like there's one more card that wants to come out. Yeah, for some of you, it's to do maybe with your finances or with feeling lack. Now, for some other of you, you're going to find clarity why you do have abandonment issues, maybe why you tend to be codependent, even if you didn't have anyone abandon you in this lifetime, right? So it's something very deep here for pile number 2, I must say. You may be finding answers not only through meditation or hypnosis, but from your own vivid dreams. Let's take a look at how your finances will be, and as well as your relationships. What about the finances, career, stability, foundation for pile number 2? Yeah, I think, and that's where your fears come from. Your fears may be coming from not having enough, or wanting to have more, or being afraid of your own success. Now choose which one it is for you. Yeah, it seems like you guys are afraid to leave some kind of a pattern, or afraid to see, you know that you need to stop worrying about your finances or career in whatever situation you are at, but it does seem like maybe subconsciously you're holding yourself in that energy because you're afraid to let go, because there might be some kind of guilt if you didn't feel guilty about it. I know this sounds very effed up, but that's what I'm feeling. If you are in a situation of lack right now, right, financially, or things are not improving, it seems like if you stopped worrying about it, you'd feel guilty, not about not being worried. It's so weird. It's so weird, you know? And I know it happens for some people that way, but it's all about putting guilt aside. And that is something that might be a kind of like a heavy weight for you that needs to go. Put that weight on a side. It's saying, you know, you've been carrying it for too long now. In general, some kind of guilt that you will want to get rid of. And we have Three of Pentacles. So we have Three of Pentacles here. I'd say this week is about working with other people. It's about collaborations. It's about building together, okay? It's about togetherness. Yeah, because that's going to bring you much more joy, much more emotional fulfillment. And maybe for some of you, you've been doing something on your own for too long, and now you're being invited to join others somehow, whatever that would be. Okay, whatever that would be. Let's see your relationships next 7 to 10 days from now. We have the Hierophant. There is a mentor of some sort. You may be one, right? So vice versa. Yeah, there is some kind of mentor that may put some of your thoughts to rest, or give you that answer that you needed. I'd say this week is important not to isolate yourself and to be in your own thoughts. This week is about family. It's about other people. It's about getting together and learning from one another. If you are being drawn to some kind of teacher in your life, this is saying maybe reach out to them, right? Any kind of mentor. If you are that mentor, this is saying you are going to be learning as much as you are going to be teaching others. I hope it's making sense. Look, yeah, there is someone who might be a bit older than you, or an older soul who will be wanting to take care of you, literally as in this card, to hold your hand, to put your thoughts to rest. Yeah, to put your thoughts to rest, right? Look at these calculations up here. How many things this person is thinking of at once. So your headspace is a big focus. But what's interesting, your focus will actually have to be on communication with others rather than running thoughts in your own head, right? So that's what you're going. So for some of you, and I know it might be difficult once you're in your own headspace too much, or when you're anxious, you know, especially socially, if you're anxious and you need to go out and explore, right, connections with other people, or be in groups. Obviously, if you know your restrictions are on, that is not the case for you. That can be a case, you know, where you communicate over the phone or whatever that would be for you. But it's somehow you will need to face some kind of a fear, or you'll have to overcome yourself the next week, and it's going to be quite a powerful moment for you. Because once you put yourself out there and you communicate with others or ask for help, that is when you're going to feel like, damn, you know, I have all of this support system, but I always thought, or most of the time I think, that I need to deal with it on my own. People teach people, right? And that's something that is quite important for you next 7 to 10 days from now. Someone will put your mind to rest. I can't speak. See, there is someone who's very caring the next 7 to 10 days from now, who will want to be that support system, who will want to kind of, I don't know why I want to say that, stroke your heart. You know, like that's, my visions are effed up sometimes, I'm sorry. I literally saw a heart and someone is literally going like, don't worry, it's fine, you know, but not to a person, to an actual heart. So your heart is being healed here from whatever it is that you might be worried about, through a person. Whoever this is someone who is very trustworthy. This is someone who knows a lot, I think more beyond their years. And someone who has a lot of this intuitive energy about them, but also this nurturing side. So let's look at the message for a week for you guys. We have 4 bottom. It says, be cautious about living a life of extremes or seeing things in black and white terms. Consider, for example, whether you are spending too much versus hoarding your wealth, or giving too much emotionally versus building walls that keep people out. Exactly. I think this card sums this reading up perfectly for you guys. So I hope that this made sense, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello pile 3, so welcome back to my channel. So now guys, I don't know if you skipped the intro or not. What I said for the collective, what I've noticed these next 7 to 10 days from now, whenever you're watching this video, that's why I don't put a date on them. Whenever you find them, it's yours. There was a collective message that this week is going to be important. Writing things down, blogging, vlogging. If you're writing a book, this is your week. Anything to do with words being put on a paper and maybe expressing them vocally somehow. Right? So this week seems like there is a lot of power to words being written on paper. However you want to use that, it's up to you. Would it be, you know, writing down your worries and, you know, leaving it on paper and closing the book and saying, okay, it stays there so that my head is lighter? Or would it be maybe writing down your goals, or anything that would be, really? So let's look at your cards. The This is gonna be a message for a week. Yeah, here we go. That is coming through. I think it's the first time I've noticed it. There were 2 more cards connected to books and writing in other decks, in other piles too. That is why I said that. So we have you heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words you write. So as I said to you before, it seems like, maybe automated writing. That would be something that would be great for you guys. Anything to do with that, really. It's quite a powerful time, almost like you're going to be looked after while doing writing or maybe research of some sorts, because books for me is about deepening your knowledge. So for you guys, let's see. We're going to be looking in these cards a bit more in a minute. Let's see which deck I want to use for you. I don't know why, but I want to use the healing one. Don't use it very often, but let's take it for you. I think it's called the Healing Light Tarot, if I'm correct. See, most of the time I just throw out boxes. I don't like keeping things, too many things. Okay. What's up? 7 to 10 days from now. Pile 3. We have the World. Let me adjust the camera for you. We have the 4 of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Cups. 6 is quite important here. We're starting with the 6 of Swords here from this deck. I'm going to show that card to you in a minute. The Justice. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Pentacles. Good. Now, I must say, for some of you, this is very specific. So if it's not your story, try to kind of interpret it your way. For some of you, something has recently, this is the vibe, something recently has happened where you were put in this moment of nostalgia, where you would remember how things were in the past, maybe with a person or in general, and how they are now. Almost like this contemplation state where you're like, kind of daydreaming too. That is why I'm picking up for pile number 3s. And I think you're going to be in that phase the next 7 to 10 days from now. But it's somehow, I don't know why, but some kind of event happened in autumn, whichever year it happened, that was somehow very significant. And you are reminiscing on the old times, and you are also looking at where you are right now. You're going to be understanding, pile number 3, that where you are now, you're almost like ready to overcome whatever it is that is being thrown your way. A bit like in this card, right? This bird is not afraid. Whatever is in front of it, it's like, okay, bring it on. Seen it, done it a million times. I'm not new to this. So it seems like you're going to be finding how, almost like recognizing, sitting with yourself, how much more powerful you truly are than you maybe sometimes give yourself credit for. There may be a situation where you might be drawn to spending more time around water, or using water somehow to cleanse you. For someone out there, there's going to be some kind of specific routine that you might be into that has hydration connected to it. And self-care. Overall, pile 3, this 7 to 10 days from now, you might be drawn towards self-care and honoring yourself. How far you've come. And it seems like for some of you, you might be drawn to sharing a story with the world, some kind of important event with the world. Would it be on social media? Would it be on your YouTube channels? Would it be with maybe people around you, and I'm hearing almost you saying, I remember that time, and then you start kind of sharing your story with someone else. And it seems like that story somehow will help other people to make up their minds, or will help somehow other people to make decisions in their lives too. I don't know what the story is about. It might be one of those longer stories, right? As something that you have to overcome throughout time, or realization of some sorts. And it's something to do with your own maybe past fear or past difficulty of some sorts. Storytellers, I must say, it's all about that for you. And I think that's how very nicely the writing card comes in here. You will be drawn. See, this is gonna be like otherworldly feeling of wanting to share your story somehow with the world. And it's saying do that. If you want to do so, this is going to be a really good time for that. You will be drawn to changing your diet a bit. You will be drawn to maybe eating healthier, or taking care of your body, or maybe even teaching others how to take care of themselves more. Something connected with health itself, and for some of you specifically, fertility. I'm sorry if I'm going to trigger someone here. I really don't mean to, but I feel like someone needs to hear that. And I'm gonna start with, I'm sorry that if this has happened to you, obviously it's not gonna be for all of you, maybe 1 or 2 people watching this. If you have lost a child, you will have a visitation the next 7 to 10 days from now. This visitation is going to come in various ways, because it's going to be very personal to you, but you're going to know. You won't need to know, you don't need to know exactly how it's going to happen. You will know for sure that that is them. You might be drawn to doing something that you like, whoa, but this is, it feels like it's not me. It feels like there's a presence next to me. And it's going to, how it's going to feel? It doesn't feel sad. It feels very comforting that you can feel this spirit around you, and you're like, you didn't go nowhere, So I'm sorry if I'm triggering someone out there right now, or if you feel emotional, but remember that this is gonna be a very good feeling. It's not about sadness. It's about comforting. It's about making you feel good at that moment, where they almost like your guardian angels I'm seeing here. Now, it doesn't have to be, an actual child for all of you, but that is a story very, the way it came through was very strong, so that's why I went about it. It can be, maybe some other loved one that you cherished and loved dearly and you are very close with, but visitation of some sorts will happen, and I keep seeing wings in number 4 here, 4 of Cups, right? Wings in the 6 of Swords over here, if you can see. Even the way that this woman has her hands stretched out, it seems like these are, representations of wings in the 3D somehow. And then we have massive wings over here in the writing card, right? And it seems like it's something very similar here to that angelic feel, so someone really have a guardian angel here, and that guardian angel is like, when people say, oh, this person is definitely your guardian angel now. So this is just the way people like to express it, but these are the guardian souls, how I like to call them, looking after you from the other side. Specifically when you'll be making some kind of a decision that may have to do with maybe formalities, maybe institutions, or whatever that would be, you're gonna feel that more intensely. Wow, what a reading. Let's continue. Let's take a look at your finances, foundation, career, whatever that wants to come through the next 7 to 10 days from now. We have Temperance coming out. We like it in that position. Ooh. So maybe some of you will be making a decision which way to go about your project or your job. Whatever that would be, you feel very grounded about it. You know exactly what it is that you need to do. So I don't see you lost in making decision. I see you being very assertive and knowing exactly what you need to do. For some others of you, there is some kind of investment that may cross your path. You may come across some kind of investment that would be good for you. But overall, your stability in your career, your finances, it seems like everything is fine. It's moving smoothly. It's improving. What the Knight of Swords is saying, take action. If you feel like you want to take this new job or new opportunity or improvement of some sorts, take action. But before you take action, make sure you are grounded, because Temperance is very much in between, you know. Those energies, very centered. That's how I'd like to call it. So before you take action, be centered. That is what it's telling you. Because if you're gonna be in the mindset that is not the best, you know, it's not, you won't see things as clearly as you should. But overall, it seems like you may be drawn to helping someone out here. Maybe you are suggesting a job for someone. Look, the Queen of Cups, right? Being very caring to someone. If that's not you, this is someone else that may come through as almost a helper of some sorts and will suggest something that will have quite a lot of potential. Now let's look at your relationships. We have the Three of Wands. You may be drawn to texting someone who doesn't live in the same location like you do, or you will be thinking about them quite a lot. Yeah, daydreaming for some of you. Maybe you're going to be making a decision if you want to visit them or not. There's some kind of connection, yeah, with a friend possibly, someone you get along with really well, and wanting to see them. So maybe you're going to be finding ways how to see this person or when to see them, because it seems like you are bored of waiting, or you are missing this person more than before, and you will be drawn to finding ways how to come together. Yeah, because maybe there was some kind of blockage before, you know, some kind of restriction that you couldn't, and maybe you're going to be talking and making a plan of some sorts. How do we come together? I'm hearing the old good days, right? So maybe for some of you, you're going to be saving money for that trip, or this other person well. Whatever the case, there is a plan being woven here, how to come together. So let's see. Let's look at the message of the week. We have the King of Spring. It says, now is your moment to step up to a leadership role. Don't back away from the spotlight, as your plans will be successful so long as you stay focused upon the big picture. Really nice message. Be the leaders, guys. That's something that you will be probably drawn to doing, but I feel like for a lot of you it's going to be a bit further on, maybe 2 weeks from now, more so, when you're going to be feeling that more intensely. So keep your crowns on. I hope that this was helpful, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. So I don't know if you've skipped the intro or not. Overall collective for the week, what I've noticed was all about writing things down, research, deepening your knowledge. There's a lot of power the next 7 to 10 days from now when it comes to written words. So however you want to use it, it's up to you. If you are blogging, it would be good putting out information to the public. If you are, you know, socially active, let's say, online active, if you have your own channels, that would be a good time to share knowledge with other people. So let's look at your cards. This card we're gonna keep for the end. We have Judgment, as well as books and music. So we're gonna be pulling cards and we're gonna be reading them all together. Let me see which deck I want to use for you guys. I want to use the steampunk for you guys. Okay, so let's look at your 7 to 10 day prediction. What is up? Pile number 4. Pile 4, what can you expect? We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the High Priestess. Okay. I want one from the bottom. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to adjust the camera for you. Bear with me. We have the Star. We love this. Okay. One more. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. And it's interesting already. Look, bottom of the deck, Justice. Okay, Judgment, Justice, important week for you guys when it comes to making decisions. Your energy will be upgrading, how I like to call it. So there might be a time when you might feel a little bit emotionally, energetically intense. This might be one of those awakenings that you might be going through. There is going to be some kind of fear that you will have to face, but that is for the better. This is going to be a time when you're going to be realizing why you were afraid of something. Would it be, I don't know, your own, sometimes people self-sabotage things, your own happiness, your own success, or what kind of trauma you have still to face. And this is going to be quite a powerful moment of acknowledgement, acceptance, and realization. I must say, pile number 4. Now look what is happening here. We have books. If I can pick this card up today, I will. Thank you. We have books as well as the 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Now, why I picked all of these cards up, this guy is noting things down, right? He's watching those pentacles grow. He's taking notes. He is trying to improve his finances. He's like, what will bring me even more stability? Maybe it's investing in myself. Maybe it's investing in my knowledge or spreading the knowledge that I have out into the world somehow. Right? And then in this card, in the 6 of Pence here, we do have books on one scale and money on the other. So how do you want to read this in your specific situation is up to you. Somehow those books are bringing you more stability, knowledge, deepening it, or sharing it with other people. So keep on doing whatever you're doing. You intuitively know what it is that you may want to start, what kind of project, what kind of maybe new job, or what kind of potential this idea has. Right? And it seems like maybe you're going to be consulting a tarot reader, because it just feels like it for me. For others, you are tarot readers yourself. Maybe you're working with divination tools. But it does seem like this is an energy of someone else's. Maybe you're going to come across an advice that's going to be quite valuable to you, and you're going to be like, damn, okay, that's all I needed. Moving on towards my dream. I'm going to keep holding the vision because I knew that intuitively this is something that I need to do, but I just maybe needed clarification, right? Quite an important time when it comes to making decisions or your goals, and keep on working towards that goal, pile number 4. This week is very goal-oriented, I must say. Now, for some of you, there's going to be information coming through lyrics, through music. And I don't know, guys. I just had an idea looking at this card. Maybe if some of you want me to do a reading where I include music, because music is a big part of my life, where I would include lyrics from the song for that specific pile. But for you, if you are into music, this is the week for you to focus on that too. You might come up with a great, and I'm hearing sounds, vibrations. For other people, you're going to be given messages through lyrics. So, you may just listen to music and you just stop, and one part of a song stands out the most, and listen to the lyrics of that particular moment in a song, because there's going to be a message for you there. Throat chakra is quite important this week, so speak your mind, share your wisdom with other people. If you're going to be drawn to buying a book, that would be great. You might come across some kind of book or maybe an article that will be quite influential for your growth. Okay? So let's take a look at your relationships as well as your stability. We're going to start with stability, your foundations, your money, your career. Okay, that doesn't want to come down. We'll take it. I think it's 2. Is it 2 or 1? 1. It seems like what you're being advised the next 7 to 10 days from now, when you feel maybe you're lacking motivation, we all have that, but this is saying, and again, books, right? There's a lot of books in this pile 4 specifically. It's saying when you have lack of motivation to do something, it would be good just maybe playing something in the background that is giving you knowledge. Doesn't matter how much you listen to it, because you're going to listen to those parts which you need to pick up. I don't know why, but this is what's coming through. And keep your eyes open. Even if you feel like you don't want to hear about anything, you want to sit in the room and do nothing, just keep your eyes open, you know, to what is happening around that time. What kind of article you come across. You don't have to do or take interest in it that day if you don't want to, but maybe write it down for the future. Almost like, you know, for myself, what I do, I have a playlist on YouTube, things to do for myself. So things to deepen my knowledge in, or things to do when it comes to, I don't know, some kind of seminars that I want to take, anything of that sort. It doesn't mean that you have to jump into it if you don't feel like your energy is there fully, but something to keep in mind for the future so that you don't forget, okay? It can be something to do with investments. We have the Ace of Cups, definitely some kind of new idea coming through the next week, which may somehow have a connection to your own freedom. Yeah, look, when it comes to your career and your stability, it seems like you will be more so focused on your well-being and this educational energy. There is something, this education. Maybe you are teachers yourself, I don't know, but you're gonna be feeling more drawn to not, you know, calculating or, you know, charts and all of that stuff, which some of you might find boring, but you're more so gonna be looking for opportunities. What's gonna make me happier in my career path? What is gonna make me feel that I do have this sense of freedom? You know, what is going to actually fulfill my heart? So it's more about emotional fulfillment than being overly analytical the next 7 to 10 days from now, right? It's finding ways what is gonna make you feel that you are still improving your finances, but first off, it's gonna have to allow you to feel free somehow, right? It's all about emotional happiness. So for a lot of you, if you're already on the path where you feel like, I know what it is that I'm doing, I'm happy where I'm at, it seems like in your workplace you might come across connections that are very fulfilling, and you're gonna feel very good emotionally sharing information with others, as well as others sharing it with you. There's one important connection coming through, maybe someone new you might meet. Would it be online? Would it be through your work? And I'd say keep your eyes open when it comes to connections. Let's take a look at your relationships. We have the Page of Swords coming through. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is nice. This is a very specific message for someone out there. You're gonna be connecting to your child on a different level, I'd say. You might be drawn to saving money when it comes to their future. It's somehow you wanna build something like almost like a heritage for someone that you truly love, or you're gonna be taking care of someone who is not able to take care of themselves that much. Whatever it is, very strong family vibe the next 7 to 10 days from now. You might be, I don't know why this is coming through that way, but it seems like you might be noticing other people's trauma the next 7 to 10 days from now. And your third eye is quite open, and you might be seeing almost like people's karmic patterns, and you may be somehow, you may want to advise other people around you. You're coming from a really good place and you're wanting to help others, and these are the people that surround you. These are your siblings, these are your family members, these are your kids, right? So it seems like you will somehow be that power for them. And I think you're gonna feel the same way about them, and somehow very close, very nice bonding time coming through here. But mostly to do with friends and family, I'd say. It can be connected with maybe a father figure or grandfather here somehow. You may be wanting to talk to them a bit more, or maybe discuss things, or maybe spend some quality time together, right? Yeah, and then King of Swords came out. And again, the King of Swords is noting something in the book, right? So it seems like you have a couple of connections that are important. One of them seems to be of a masculine, and the other seems to be feminine. I keep hearing bonding time. Keep hearing the same thing all over again. You may be drawn to maybe taking a trip or suggesting some kind of a trip for a family member or friend, and this might be in the plans for the future, or you might be offered to go and visit someone. Doesn't matter how close, how far away that trip is going to take you. Plane is somehow connected to your relationships the next week. So maybe someone who has traveled quite a lot, or maybe you're going to be making plans for yourself. Okay, so in general, I'd say if you're going to be drawn to a specific location, even if you can't go there now, I'd say note it down for the future. Okay, let's see the message for a week. We have 5 of Summer. It says, focus upon the fact that God loves you, God, universe, whatever you believe in, and always has the highest intentions for you. A positive outlook makes it easier to recover from life's little difficulties so that you can move onward and upward. How I'm picking this up, I'm picking this up more so like you are changing the way you see things and the way you used to see things. So maybe if you had some kind of hardship in the recent past, you will see things a bit differently. You're gonna be like, okay, you know what? Actually, this was good. Even though it felt crappy at the beginning, now I see it. So, time for realizations, pile number 4. That's all I have for you today. I hope that this was helpful. And tribe, thank you very much for coming back. And I'm going to catch you in the next one. Bye for now.